So to me, that would be great. It also will focus us on doing much more around affordable housing. I mean, I don't have to tell you what affordable housing is in New York City. We have a 2% vacancy rate in apartments, which is equal to 0. So clearly we all age in place. I mean, in New York City, if you're lucky enough to have a place that you can barely afford, most of us pay way higher than a third of our income towards an apartment. But if you're lucky enough to get that apartment, you age in place. So we're becoming, the NORCs, the naturally occurring retirement communities, which is a fabulous concept. But we have to have many, many more of those to provide many more supports in the community. But we have to make sure that it's more affordable housing for seniors, certainly, because it's a real crisis in that population, but for everyone, so that agenda of really, my department has not traditionally been an advocate in the housing arena. We need to do that. We absolutely need to do that. And I think the idea that how seniors become impoverished by not having affordable housing is a very powerful one. And also in Washington around just, providing more money just for housing for seniors. We also have to become much more conscious about how does the federal government help seniors. Certainly Social Security has to be a huge agenda that doesn't go away or get diminished. The same thing with Medicare. But there also has to be other support systems created. And the federal government does not support seniors the way it should. The Older Americans Act is about to be reauthorized. If you look at the amount of money invested in seniors, is minimal compared to what is happening with other populations. And I don't want to ever fall into the false, the debate of whether you give more to children or give more to seniors. I mean, clearly children are the future and you can't take away from them. But that doesn't mean that there's not a tremendous merit in funding seniors. And we have to be conscious of that. Particularly since in the next 15 years, in New York City, we will have many more seniors than we will have children of high school age. So, the tipping point, it will be reached pretty shortly here. And I think among the things that we need to do as well is review the concept of aging and who is, what can elderly people do or not do and how can they contribute or not contribute. I think what Nancy pointed out that, even though her mobility is limited, her mouth, her head, her brain are not. and she can contribute and does contribute. And we have to begin to view and realize that seniors can contribute until their last day on earth. I mean, on my way here, I found out that Dorothy Height had died. And she passed, I think, today. And she was a remarkable woman. She was 98 years old, and Myrble and others were saying that she was vital and herself and pushy and all the things that she always was till the last minute, and she was an advocate to the very end. And that's the reality of many seniors if we only provide them that opportunity. But we have to give them all the supports that they need, economic and otherwise. I think that, the mayor launched last November an initiative called Age Friendly New York. And there were 59 initiatives. And of course, with the economic crisis, everything is sort of taken a slower motion forward. But I think the city is really committed in making New York a much friendlier place to age and live in. And it is a friendly place, as it was pointed out before, as Nancy pointed out. It is a friendly place, but you still have, the sidewalks aren't that friendly to seniors or mothers with baby carriages, for that matter. If you have to walk a number of blocks, there's not enough resting places for people. The bicycle lanes are wonderful for people who ride bicycles. It could be life-threatening for those of us who are trying to cross the street slowly. The intersections can be very dangerous. ARP launched an initiative yesterday looking at a number of intersections in New York City that are deadly. I mean, people get killed every year just trying to cross the street because the way that big trucks turn, they don't see the pedestrians and they can crush people. So looking at what is it like to be older or to be handicapped or to be a mother with 3 young children in New York, and can we make it much friendlier? Can we make things much more accessible? Can we make parks accessible? You know, sometimes you have a beautiful park, but to get to that beautiful park, you have to cross 7 major intersections, and I don't know who can get there. You know, so all of those things that improve the quality of life, if only you sort of realize what it takes for people to get there and enjoy it. So I think, you know, we need the voice of the seniors to do this. We need to be much more conscious of the supports we need to give them. I am very grateful for this initiative. I guarantee you that we will use it extensively at the department, and that can be the most powerful advocacy tool that we have in the next coming years. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I don't want to end this without thanking the people who actually made this happen for us, which were Alicia Howell, Tiffany Francisco. Thank you so much for all your support. They came here early and set up and everything. And we want to also thank the Wider Opportunity for Women and the speakers here also for helping us put together a tool that we are going to get a lot of use out of, and there's so many innovative ways to use it. With that, I think our program is finished, and I think that the speakers will be available if you have individual questions or comments. The report itself, you'll see that you have those, there's an index card. It shows where you could get the report. I think as of next week, it'll probably be available online. So you're welcome to download it there. Okay, thank you so much for coming.